Hi Year 1 and 2, welcome to Science on Friday. So today we are learning what plants need to grow. So let's get started. Our learning objective today is to know what plants need to grow. So let's have a look at this plant here. It looks like a rose to me. Now, is it healthy? So let's look at the picture of the plant. Does it look healthy? You can pause the video now to talk about that. Why do you think that? I don't think it does look healthy, but why? Why does it not look healthy? Explain your answer to a partner or a grown-up. So I don't think it looks healthy because it looks dried up. The flower's pointing down and it's turning a funny colour. It's the green part of the stem looks brown. The petals are all shriveled up. So, is it healthy? So just like us, plants need certain things in order to grow, to be healthy. Can you work out what these things are? So we need water. We need the right temperature. If we're too hot, then we're sick. And if we're too cold, that's not very nice. And the last thing we need is sunlight. And sunlight helps us to stay healthy. So this is what a plant needs. A plant needs air. A plant needs light. A plant needs water. A plant needs nutrients and minerals. And a plant needs warmth. So let's look at those a little bit closer. So why does a plant need them? If a seed is not warm enough, it will not germinate. Ooh, germinate, that's a long word. Do you know what that word means? Germination is when the seed starts to sprout into a plant. So if it's not warm enough, will the seed grow? No, that's why seeds start to sprout in spring, because the weather starts to warm up. They don't sprout in winter. If a plant does not have enough light, then it will not grow to be tall. It will grow to be tall and flimsy as it searches for the light. It will probably die. So if you have a look at these two plants, one is shorter and green and the other one is tall and yellow. So which one do you think didn't get enough sunlight? The one that's yellow hasn't got enough light, so it's grown really tall and it's searching for the light. But it hasn't found it, so it will probably die. And if a plant's not watered enough, the stem will become fragile and it will have very dry leaves and it will eventually die. So plants need water for many reasons. When you first plant a seed, water is needed to help the seed to turn into a plant. Remember, we said that word germinate. So water and warmth helps a plant germinate. Plants need water to suck up the nutrients from the soil. Nutrients are a good thing in the soil and helps a plant to grow and be healthy, just like we need nutrients and minerals to help us be healthy. The leaves of a plant need water to help it turn the sunlight into food. So this little boy is telling you children should try and drink around 5 glasses of water a day, and plants need to grow to be healthy too. So just like us, we need water, and so do plants. So how much water does a plant need? How do you know what the right amount of water is, the boy is saying. Although plants need water, it's very important they get the right amount of water. If plants don't have enough water, unfortunately, they will die. However, they will also die if you give them too much water. If you put too much water in the pot, there'll be too much water and the plant won't be able to grow properly and then it will die. So what about light? We said that plants need light to grow. Leaves turn sunlight into food for the plant. Without light, the plant won't be healthy. We also need sunlight to keep healthy. Our bodies make vitamin D from the sunlight. And vitamin D helps our bodies to make our bones strong. Plants need light to keep them strong too. So remember, we need light to keep it, and we need water. So far, light and water. So if you put a plant in a very dark place, you could maybe try this at home, such as a cupboard, you will notice some very interesting things. As the plant grows, it will grow in the direction of the cupboard door, trying to find some light. At first, the plant might grow taller, but it will be thinner than usual, and this is because the plant is putting all its energy into finding light. So this is where we come back to this picture again. The green one on the left is a nice healthy plant. It's had lots of water and sunlight. The one on the right, the yellow one, is much taller, but can you remember why is it taller? It's taller because it was trying to find the light. So it's grown really tall really quickly, so the stems will be really thin, and eventually it will die, unfortunately, if it doesn't get any sunlight. So what about temperature? Explain to someone in your house, what do you think the word temperature means? So temperature is how hot or cold something is. When you've been poorly, people who live in your house might use a thermometer to check your temperature. If the temperature outside is high, so if it's hot, you wouldn't go out wearing a coat, hat and gloves. You would get very hot and sweaty, and you might start to feel unwell. So what about temperature for plants? Why is temperature so important for plants? The right temperature. Plants need the right temperature to stay healthy too. The right temperature is different for different types of plants. This spiky one on the left, I wouldn't want to touch that. That's a cactus and it's from the desert. What do you think the temperature would be like in the desert? Do you think it might be hot, or really hot, or cold? It's very hot in the desert, so the cactus is used to having a hot temperature. Whereas on the right hand side, these lovely daisies, which I'm sure you can see in your garden, they can grow healthy in much cooler temperatures. Seeds also need the right temperature to start growing into a plant. Remember, there's that word again. What did we say? That seeds need the right temperature to germinate. Let's see if you can remember that word by the end. Now, can you remember? Let's have a look. So, can we remember everything a plant needs to grow to be healthy? So you can pause the slide now and see if you can list the 3 things that a plant needs. So did you guess them? Did you get all 3 of them? Let's have a look and see if you were right. The first one, plants need water, but not too much. Also not too little. They need the right amount of water. What else did you remember? Yes, plants need light, don't they? Now, can you remember when you're trying to grow a seed, it needs light to germinate? Very good. What's the last thing a plant needs? Plant needs the right temperature as well, the right temperature to germinate. So now it is your turn to do some work. On the next slide, I'm going to show you what you're going to do. So what does a plant need to grow? Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to write the title. You're going to draw a picture of a flower or a plant, and then you're going to see if you can write year 2 write and year 1 draw and what plants need. So the first thing we said they need, can we remember? One thing they need with the yellow, they need some light. And I'm going to write sunlight. Okay, so they need sunlight. What else do they need to grow? Sunlight. They need water. So I'm going to draw some drops. It doesn't have to be raindrops. You could draw a watering can. Okay, so they need water. And remember when we talked about in year 2, you might want to write how much water, so not too much, not too little. The other thing, the last thing it needs, see if you can recognize what I'm drawing. A little bit wobbly, but it is a thermometer, so it needs warmth. Okay, so they're the three main things a plant needs to grow: sunlight, water, and warmth. If you can remember any of the other ones, then you can do them as well. But make your lovely picture, and if you want, in year 2, you could maybe write some sentences to go with them instead of just words. You could write a full sentence. So you could write, plants need sunlight to grow healthy. And then you could write otherwise. So I'll give you an example. Plants need sunlight to grow. Now I'm going to add some words in here. Strong and healthy. Because remember that it will grow without sunlight, but it won't be strong and healthy. So year 1, you could draw pictures. You could try and write some words if you want. And year 2, let's see if you can write in full sentences. Can't wait to see your pictures. Make sure you ask an adult to upload them onto Google Classroom so I can see your fabulous work for today. Well done today, year 1 and 2. See you tomorrow.